Okay, so this is Interspace, and I don't know what the hell this is really, but I thought it looked cool. I did the tutorial, and I still don't know what this is. So, the best thing I can say about it right now is that this loading screen is interactive, and I can move the balls. But I do like the art style quite a bit. And there's a nice ambience and kind of feel to the game so far. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't really started a new game of it. But it's going to be something that I want to investigate live on stream, just because I like the way it looks. So, let me know if the volume is too low. Wind created the inverse and keeps its worlds intact. That looks like an egg about to be fertilized by Homer's seed. The ancients built great networks to harness the energy called wind. Just because the loading screen looks like Iron Giant doesn't mean this is Ready Player One. The ancients prospered, but that would not last. Demigods arose and drained the inverse. The world ended. Oh, good. Yeah, I agree. It's for the best. It is said the ancients tried to escape the inverse, but failed in their last hour. This is the importance of preparation. Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot about the YouTube thing. I always do. Not always, but more often than I'd like to. And I didn't read that just now, unfortunately, but that's okay. Is that not a cell phone ringtone? Okay. So, I think the cartographer is the ship, which is the ship that is kind of cool looking. Okay, so I did the tutorial. I didn't really see the story before I skipped through that just to make sure everything worked. But this is as far as I've seen. Okay. That's definitely a cell phone. Here, let me make it louder. Some people have this on and are like, you know, doing laundry. And they'll have to go answer their phone. Is anybody in there? Was that a boat? It's like a submarine. The unit shows no reaction to external stimuli despite having components for language comprehension. I'll try again. Cartographer, can you hear me? Hello. It's a lot of choice you have there. Yes or hello? Hello, you can respond. You're working. Okay. Greetings, fellow lifeform. I am the archaeologist, and, oh my! Now that you've been activated, I don't quite know where to begin. Who am I? I suppose that's the proper place to start. You are an autonomous flying machine, the first our world has seen in a great deal of time, most likely since the time of the ancients. I constructed you from designs that I found in one of their relics, and now you are alive! More so speaking to me, astounding. You're asking questions that I don't believe you were programmed to ask. Why am I here? I was hoping you could be my research assistant, if you will. As an archaeologist, I study the ancients, a highly advanced civilization who once lived here. However, in my expeditions, I found that there were places I couldn't reach, areas I couldn't access. I needed a partner. I need you to soar where I can't reach to help me chart the uncharted. Hence, I named you the cartographer. So, this game, from what I understand about it, is it's a game about discovering things. It's a walking simulator slash flying game, because you're about to get a crash course in relic collection. Let's test those wings, collect it, bring it back to me and analyze. Can't wait to see what this is. One last thing. For now, you should stick to the air. Your current airframe doesn't have the ability to deal with water quite yet. Good luck. So, I know the controls, kind of. Relic Aquad. It's like Aeronautica. So, here's a battery. I'll pick one. Plug in. Okay. Interesting. You know, speaking of flying, there's a level in Call of Duty World War II. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But there's a level where you're flying. It has wretched controls. Oh, I hated it so much. It was so bad. I think what are you, a Spitfire in it or something? Nice job, send me the relic so I can analyze it. There you go. Give me a moment to study it. Why don't you take this chance to practice your flying some more? This may take some time. I'll notify you when the analysis is complete. Okay. So this, you know, this is a game, I think, more for chill streams. And, I don't know if I'm gonna stream more than, like, you know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes of this. That's kind of what this is all about right now. I just want to see what this is. This relic is no ordinary find. If my hypothesis is correct, it may allow us to explore far greater reaches than I first thought. What is your theory? See, this relic is a large reservoir of wind, the main source of energy for the inverse. This device uses wind to activate ancient technology, for instance. It opened the door. You can now interact with ancient technology. If it opened that door, what else can it activate? Beyond this cave lies the inverse. I spend my days exploring the silence, journeying through abandoned structures, hoping to find anything the ancients may have left behind. By collecting and studying relics, I hope to record as much as I can about the inverse. That way, I can learn of its past and maintain its history. As with this room, the gates of the inverse have been shut for a long time, but you can open the way. What do you say, cartographer? Do you want to see what secrets the inverse and ancients hold? Do you want to unravel the mysteries of the place together? Okay. Hopefully it doesn't suck. By the way, you can access the relics you've collected via your Airframe's digital menu. Take a look at it when you get a chance. Now let us depart. The problem with a game like this is it has the potential to get boring. I don't know if there's combat of any kind. I don't think so. I mean, when you look at it, does this strike you as the type of game that would have combat? And I'm not saying it needs combat, because some games are just good to, you know, explore and just kind of chill. You know, get a little Seth Rogen special going. But, you know, the problem with me and games like this is I could get bored pretty quickly. So I just don't know if it will keep my attention. Nice landing. While you're here, is there anything you'd like to know more about? Anything else you'd like to know? Nope! Let's find a way out of this cave. Chat's attention is too short for this? Maybe. Attention span. So that's what happens if you try to crash. In the tutorial, you have to fly through rocks and destroy them. Yeah, the dithering is kind of weird. I'm not sure how much I like it. But that's just me. I do like the muted colors. I think it's a very, very atmospheric and pretty game. It's also a little... like, there's something with the field of view that gets a little wacky. I don't know if you've noticed that. But, every now and then I like a game kind of chill. I don't always need to kill something. And, it's pretty standard flight controls for a controller. I don't hate it. It's not Call of Duty World War II making me want to, like, throw my fucking PC across the room. Well, here we are, the mouth of the cave, just flying on through the tunnel, and oh, this is the problem, the tunnel's blocked. See these ropes? You think you can cut them, like, with your wings? You should be able to cut them with your wings. You're a rugged-looking creature. I dare say you could. If you're running low on space, try drifting around the walls to make tight turns. Plays I want to show you drifting will come in handy now than fly. I guess there is combat. Intense, plane versus rope combat. Amazing, strange rope hero. Oh, there we go. The dev is in chat. Hello, dev. I don't really, know who you are. Or, I don't necessarily know what this game is yet. But it looks cool so far. Vinny, there is no dev in chat. Okay. Anyone else a dev? Who else is Spartacus in chat? Raise your hand. We got a lot of Spartacus. Spartacus. Who else is Spartacus in the chat? Please tell me. Thank you. Thoughts on the Tide Pod Challenge? What? What is that? I saw something about it, but I don't know fully. What is that? Is it like you have to eat Tide? People want to eat Tide Pods. It's exactly that, isn't it? People are eating Tide Pods like idiots because of a meme about them looking tasty. I aspire to not live on this planet at some point. Someone else in chat said less idiots to feed. It's Darwinism at its finest, if you think about it. Perches allow you to rotate before launching. Oh, I see. Okay. Hello, friend. Did my airplane just, like, disappear in the water for a second? And then appear out of nowhere? Yeah, right? That happened. Okay, good. Just checking. Yeah, this is definitely a game, like, you wanna gusta pretty nicely before you play this one, I think. Me gusta. You definitely want to get a little bit of that going. These are Tide Pods right here. Oh! And then that happens, and you wake up from a terrible, terrible dream. And you realize that life is a nightmare instead. Wow. The art style reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky, so I'm gonna go ahead and nickname this game No Man's Fly. Right? I'll see myself out. I'll stop. Still looking for, more relic pieces. Eventually you get the ability to dive, and you go underwater. The tutorial had a dive button. So, like, I know it's a thing. What is the... Do I have to collect this, maybe? what remained. Life after the ancients, trapped for untold centuries, they wove their homes like branches around great mountains. Theirs was a life of simple decline, reluctantly drawing from the past strength and gentle parasitism. Oh. They lived with the hope that this state would bring wisdom and enlightenment. So you got lore, if you want it. I guess you could ignore it if you want, as well. Though this doesn't seem like the type of game where you'd necessarily want to ignore the lore. I wonder if my flight stick would work with this game. Make some pretty tight turns. Hang on, I want to collect the Tide Pods. I can't believe people are eating Tide Pods. Someone said cut the ropes. I didn't see any ropes. Let's see. Do you see any ropes? I'm getting a little confused because I'm inside of a fucking sphere. So it's a little hard to know what I'm even doing, and I'm getting a little confused. So cut the ropes. Dev said you can use your flight stick. Cool, thanks, Dev. Oh, is it even the real Dev? Like, 17 people said that there was a Dev. Vinny, go left. Okay, this is Subnautica all over again. Vinny, go left. The right relics might be able to upgrade your airframe. Did I just call you Cart? It sounds good on you, cartographer. Surely we can find parts we need around here somewhere. Find those relics. Who knows what kind of upgrades we'll find. Oh, what about cutting those ropes? Oh. Oh. Last time you cut ropes, you discovered a secret passage. Couldn't hurt to try it again. That is all. Thank you. Oh. Thanks for the tip. The community manager is in here. Okay. Cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. I hope I don't say anything too stupid about the game you probably worked on for a long time. Oh, since my flight stick is next to my oven, it's covered in oil. Kind of. It's like a year of cooking oil splattering onto like it a little bit. Also, next to my flight stick is a Shrek plug-and-play joystick. Listen, I don't have a lot of room sometimes, so I have to make do with whatever amount of space I have. And that means, you know, I have like a bunch of like shovelware games stacked up next to the oven. So those are just like covered with oil. The flight stick, I'm getting it. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Store things in the centipede room. If anything goes in the centipede room, it will be claimed by the centipede room. I will never retrieve the item, and I will never wish to see the item again. Vinny, your apartment is a fire hazard? Well, wait a minute. Vinny, do you keep your PC inside your oven? Yes, I do. Okay, flight stick is here. Oh god. Nope, not working. Hang on. I think that dev was Jape dev. Let's see. Settings. Map controls. Assign controller. Maybe the drivers aren't installed. It's been a while. Well, no. I definitely had this thing installed. The drivers are definitely installed. I don't think it recognizes the controller. Well, listen. You'd be surprised how fun it is to play games with a flight stick. That's all I'm saying. I remember the old days in the late 90s, early 2000s when a flight stick, everyone had a flight stick at their PC. Next to their Gateway or Dell computer. Restart game. Okay, how about I voice crack and then continue to play the game? Does that sound good? Alright, sounds good. Vinny, play Hand of Fate with the flight stick. I'd be better at it. Clean grease from PC, please. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is, you know, my oven is very close to where I sit to stream. And that's just kind of how this place was designed, which is unfortunate. So yeah, there's some grease. You can't help it when you cook chicken, it just starts splattering, man. Whoa. Okay. I can't go through there. Guess we'll go down this way. It's like the fucking inside of the Death Star. This relic unlocks the piano airframe. So... okay. That's kind of cool. Resembles a wing. Okay, that's cool. Grease shields exist. That sounds good, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna deliver the relic and then look up grease shield. Okay, I got some shopping to do later, thanks. Speaking of shopping, maybe this isn't the game to do this to, but, this is the most appropriate moment to show this. So I was on Amazon, like, earlier today, and, well, I was looking up, like, guitar and musical stuff, and something very interesting happened on Amazon. It was very interesting. One of these things is not like the other. It's the boots. I mean, what are they even... what are these boots doing here? I'm looking for musical instruments, and it's a pair of boots? Come on. Strange. Alright, good. Thanks, Amazon, for the suggestion in my musical instruments. That's a real picture, by the way. Slightly blurred. Very slightly. I'd be glad to have your services, underwater cartographer. My sub's not nearly as agile as you, and there are plenty of treasure to be found in the deep, new places to explore. Speaking of new places, you spark my curiosity. Just like your airframe, there's no reason for us to stop here. Several ancient sources reference a constellation of chambers, multiple worlds, But this is the only one I've seen. I suspect that structure is what the ancients called a transverse gate. Apparently, they somehow use them to travel between chambers. Which world is beyond it? Or what it will look like, I don't know. But as long as it remains locked, we'll never know. If it hasn't reacted to your battery already, then maybe it needs more power. Actually, now that I think about it, the energy inside that aquarium might be enough power to open the gate. So, if so, we're not far from finally seeing the rest of the inverse. Why don't we give it a shot? Try and get that tank open. See that central pool? I wager it contains some sort of unlocking mechanism. I can't reach it, but perhaps you can dive in from above. Let's try that out in your new airframe. Dive, 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 dive in me. Submarine mode activated. Oh, cool. Someone named Jape Dev in chat says, "Hi, all. It is I, the real Dev. Vin, you can purchase the unnamed item on Amazon and use it to play my game." Okay, so those wanting the return of Subnautica, you got your wish early. So which way do I go, chat? North left? Was it? So this is where the Zoras are, usually. There was a bit of a problem, they got frozen. So you have to unfreeze them using Garruk's protection. No, how do I get out? Oh, that's actually frozen. Okay, never mind. This is just here. Okay. Whoa! Oh, I'm gonna break this thing. I'm bad at video games. Oh, that's the ice. Thank God. This thing is resilient! I kind of like this game, though. It's growing on me. It has good rumble, too. It's no HD rumble. Loose piece. Entombed fossil. These remains seem to have undergone an aggressive and accelerated petrification. The bones have been replaced with crystalline matter. The crystals seem to grow best where energy could naturally have congregated. Individually, each crystal emits a small portion of heat and light. The accumulation of this power would be enough to provide daylight for an entire civilization. Dead fish. Revenge of the sunfish. I was hoping that I'd get an extra life when I hit 100 Tide Pods. Guess not. I don't know, this game is almost as good as Howard the Duck. Vinny, haha, so fanny. You said Tide Pods just like the mem. I was informed about said mem tonight. I didn't know that people were eating Tide Pods. And we collectively, as a chat, not a single person excluded, have decided to call these things Tide Pods. I know how epic that is. I know. But it does kind of sound like those would be called something similar to Tide Pod. So, that works for me! What is this? Did I just impregnate a fucking, like, light whale? Oh, okay. Like, no explanation about what's happening. I guess there just doesn't need to be one. Here's the thing. Oh no. Do I have to do more things to the thing? Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I think. The game kind of just leaves things open for you to figure out. I guess, yeah, it seems like I have to unlock this. This is my estimation of what I have to do. To unlock this relic, I have to bring the power of these things into it a couple times. Huh. Rule of 3. Hello? So much has happened to me, I need a moment to think. That was you, wasn't it? You set me free, first from stone, then from wind. Thank you. As for me, long ago I lit the way for the inhabitants of this world. Sorry, I was just leaning back in my chair. Of this world, they revered me as a demigod. They called me the sunfish, and that became my name. I want to tell you all that has happened to the inverse and to me. But this place is a temporary shelter amongst the cosmos. Our time together here is brief. I can only tell you one secret. A demigod is no divine creature. Our immortality flows from the wind we've amassed and nothing more. Also, we're all Scientologists. My magnificent light came at a cost. It is wind from other lives, other places. Wind gathered to me. It left the world parched and still. Beyond you, the little life that remains is likely bound up in the wind of a demigod like me. Now you have already started to free this wind. Your grander purpose is unknown to me, but I will make you an offer. The days here are turning to dusk. The inhabitants of my world have long since disappeared, and little remains for me to do with the wind I've borrowed. You may take it. In exchange, I ask you please carry forward my story and the memory of this place. Just call me the Windbreaker. I got this. As you forge ahead, attend to what remains, gathering what you can. If you don't, the memory of this place and the echoes of its inhabitants dies with it. Carry the memories with you and they will survive. Little time remains. As a symbol of my trust, I will give over my wind. You may take it as long as you carry one small burden. Don't let us slip into oblivion. I guess I started streaming Link's Awakening early. The Windfish just gave me a fucking mission. Kind of cool. And yeah, I do like the music in the game so far. I enjoy the whole package of aesthetics. Once I get the flight stick working, it's going to be even more fun. I've never seen this world so dark. I think you may have discovered something big. That much wind would have needed a conduit. I think it was alive. I mean, it moved. It had to have been alive, right? Cartographer. That orb of light might have been something far more complicated than I imagined. I'm not sure if I can even begin to explain the significance of it being here. It's been an astonishing day. I built a drone that can speak with me. Together we learned that demigods are real, and I'm fairly certain the transverse gate can now be unlocked and powered. After seeing all the wind released from that demigod, we may be able to do more than just power the gate. Imagine if there are other demigods out there with just as much power. Imagine what places we can explore. Doesn't that sound exciting? The history books will tell us stories of the amazing flying cartographer. Let's get out of here, Cart. A new world awaits us. Yep. Think of what's waiting to be discovered. Think about what musical instruments are available to be discovered. I'll play a little bit more. Kind of curious to see what the next world looks like. Okay, yeah, a couple devs are actually in chat too. Hi, hello. Nice game. It's not a game for everybody. I can see people wanting a faster paced thing, but it's chill, and it's got a strong identity. Everyone knows that Jape Dev is the correct dev. Is that an egg? Like I said, it's almost as cool as Howard the Duck. This was the capital of the Inverse. This is the birthplace of the ancients, my ancestors. The chamber powered our civilization through the Golden Age, frontier expansion. In its prime, this chamber bustled with people, drones, and wildlife. You know, I don't think I'd have the nerve to visit without company. Thank you for helping me get here, for joining me on this journey. I'm still struggling to fathom the significance of what we witnessed back there. A demigod, alive and moving. To think it was alive in that cage, lighting the entire chamber for all my life. You spoke with a demigod? What did it say? Did it tamper with your programming? Did it seek vengeance? Is that why it attacked the ancients? It spoke of memories. I see. You know, I think I agree. Good point, cartographer. Considering the relics you've uncovered, they tell a story of the inverse and those who lived here. The creators are immortalized through them. But what good is it if we have no one to share their stories with? What becomes of the Sunfish's story? I know the Sunfish's story. Have you ever played Revenge of the Sunfish, chat? Go play that game real quick, and then you'll know all about the Sunfish. What about all of the inverse's history? All of it disappears unless we take it somewhere else, to somewhere prosperous, to somewhere alive, somewhere we can call home. Spoken like a true cartographer, precisely. Let's find a way out. In fact, I've witnessed enough recently to make me think that much of what I thought were myths are actually part of the history of this place. I've received concrete evidence that demigods were real. Now I'm observing the storied Sun Chamber, the origin of the ancients, with my own eyes. If those ancients were fact, what other stories could be true? You know, supposedly, near the end of their civilization, the ancients tried to leave the inverse. Certain texts refer to a failed passage and attempt to build a transverse gate that could take them beyond the inverse. The final gate must have been unique, knowing its purpose. There must be evidence of it here somewhere. If there's evidence, I bet you can find it. You have the power to open what was locked, uncover what was lost. I'm sure that you can find it. Scour this chamber, find all the relics. I'll see if I can decipher them, and let's see if we can figure out a way to activate this transverse gate. Are you with me, cartographer? Let's find a way to escape these dying worlds and share the history of this place. Well, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Let's go! I'll stop talking now. That was like lore dump. It's the piano frame, so it makes piano noises. Watch me bring down the whole chamber because I got rid of a few of these. I have it, Asper. That's how I found out about this game. I thought it was like... You know, I actually thought this was a No Man's Sky game at first. But then this is pretty vastly different from No Man's Sky, aside from the color palette. Oh my god. It's just... I'm trying to, like... There we go. There we go. I did something. Well, we don't talk about No Man's Sky anymore around these parts, but they eventually added more things to the game. But, yeah. That was a fiasco. Remember when I streamed Metroid Federation Force and No Man's Sky at the same time? That was a mistake. I remember it fondly. This is my worst stream ever. Oh, I see. I should be using the L button more. The L button is like drifting in Diddy Kong Racing. Well, maybe not specifically Diddy Kong Racing, but you know what I mean. Just helps you get around with a little bit more accuracy. Okay, that's... you can't crash through that, never mind. Vinny, are you saying No Man's Sky is worse than all the trash games that you've played on Sundays? Oh, no, definitely not. I'm saying it's worse than anything I've ever played. No, not even that. Not even that. I'm saying that The stream I did was absolutely god-awful. I was switching between No Man's Sky and Metroid Prime Federation Force on the same stream. And it was just a fucking shit show. It was a mess. And at least I got a refund. Clam. Give me that. I need that. I don't know why I need it, but give it to me. Gotcha. This requires more wind. I need another 100 wind before I can do whatever that is. I think that'll be my goal for the stream. And then I'm gonna switch to No Man's Fate. Sorry, Hand of Fate 2, I mean. Hand of Sky. So, in Howard the Duck, I'm gonna talk about Howard the Duck while I play this, because I don't know why. Because, God help me. Power cable. When the reservoir is open, wind flows quickly to the plant, allowing it to flourish rapidly. It's kinda cool. This engine draws from a small, closely held wind reservoir. Despite its rapid growth, this tree is dwarfed by its natural brethren. The technology behind this reflects a desire to mold the natural world. So in Howard the Duck, a PG movie, it's rated PG. In the first 10 minutes of the movie, there are duck breasts. Not like duck human tits. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show it on the stream without someone from Twitch getting upset. So Howard the Duck is a George Lucas produced movie that came out in 1986, and I had never seen it. I knew about its reputation, but I had never seen it, and then I finally saw it, and what a fucking clusterfuck. 150 minutes. Sorry, 1 hour and 50 minutes. I apologize. I do that a lot. I make those mistakes. 150 minutes would be, like, actually torture. Like, you could have used that. Like, the fucking Marines could have used that. But at 1 hour 50, it's a little less terrible, but still pretty bad. I think it's a fascinating movie to watch in its terribleness for the duck tits alone. But there's also, like, a lot of really bizarre, like, human-on-duck sexual moments. And, like, strange voices and, like... And, like, a dark Lord of the Universe with the silliest voice ever. Yeah, I would have to say, don't watch it even as a curiosity, because it's too long and too boring of a fucking movie, and you feel like halfway through, not only do you not make any emotional connection to the movie, but you start to die on the inside a little bit, and I really mean that. Maybe it's because I had a couple whiskeys in me, but I gotta be honest, even if I didn't, it would have been painful. The problem with Howard the Duck is some scenes go on way too long. There's a lot of really bad duck puns throughout the whole movie that are like Vinesauce stream quality, you know, comedy, in quotation marks. And finally, I would say you could probably watch a 10 to 15 minute compilation of the most bizarre, terrible, interesting scenes of the movie, and you would get everything you need out of it. 10 to 15 minutes. That I would watch. I would recommend to people too. Like, here's top 15 minutes of Howard the Duck. So yeah, that was a mistake. That's my review of Howard the Duck. That was a mistake. For all involved. It was like George Lucas went from Star Wars to Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi to Howard the Duck to Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace starring Jar Jar Binks. That's how Roger Ebert pronounced Jar Jar Binks, by the way. I'm a little confused about what to do in here. It feels like something important has to happen in here, but I can't figure out what it is, so I'm just gonna forget about it. I'm flying like shit anyway right now. By the way, Roger Ebert gave The Phantom Menace 3.5 stars when the movie came out, and as I played in a clip last night, went on record saying that Jar Jar Binks was the most interesting new character of The Phantom Menace. There's an audio clip of him saying that Jar Jar Binks is the most interesting character of the new movie. God. Oh my god, what am I doing? Well, he is the key to all this. Yeah. Got it. Cool. It's like a kind of a lot of exploration type stuff. Upgrades each airframe's speed. So you need 750 for the harmonic bars, possibly the most intricate instrument ever produced by the ancients. The simple combination of wind and percussion revolutionized music for the inverse. I like the combination of music and oh god, and flight technology. What am I doing? So that seems like something. I don't know what it seems like, but maybe like... There you go, that's a thing! Tower network work. Wind gets stuck sometimes. It balls up, curls around itself, and it gets everywhere. It can't resolve. Noticing this, the ancients established a grand network meant to harness the corral the winds, excuse me. Through it, their population grew to illuminate the inverse. Well, I wasn't planning on streaming this for more than like 40 minutes or so, but kind of won me over a little bit. George Lucas was only the executive producer on Howard the Duck. He wasn't the director. True, true. He had the idea to turn it from an animated movie into a live-action movie, though. If I don't end up doing Skyrim tonight, then it will be definitely during the week, early during the week. I genuinely look forward to the Skyrim streams because, I don't know, it's a lot of fun to play that game with an audience, and then when the fucking bizarre glitches happen every 15 minutes or so, it like validates my existence on this planet. I live for those moments. I'm gonna go in there, see what's in there, and then I'll probably stop. Where was there? I already lost that direction. Good for me. Oh, when you hit one, it starts like a whole set of things that you have to knock over. To assume it's on the other side, too? No. Kind of reminds me of some of the stuff from Breath of the Wild. Like the way, the blue shit looks. It's a very technical way to put that, I know. The blue shit looks like Breath of the Wild. It's an expertly formulated and then stated opinion. Wrong way. Ah! This game is like therapy. I already lost track of where the other area was. It is very disorienting at times. I'm assuming that's something you get a little bit more used to. Also, this game smells like radishes. Oh wait, no, that's just the radishes I had for dinner. Oh, Jesus! Soup, what? What? So yeah, Red Bib actually made a radish thing. Sounds like a good recipe, right? Just a radish thing. No, it was it was steak with rice and like bok choy, and like it was like ginger marinated steak. It was actually really good. But the radishes were just like marinated in vinegar with salt and pepper. That was it. And it wasn't even like a part of the recipe. It was just a side thing that you could eat if you wanted to. And I'm one of those people that never really... Like, I thought radishes were only cool in Mario Brothers because you could throw them at enemies. But, you know what? They go pretty well with almost anything. And, especially pork tacos. You could really do some good stuff with radish with taco. Here's one. come on, come on! Oh! It's like I forgot how to fly for a second. So much is happening and I can't keep track of it right now. Because I just I just don't know where to go. Oh, I see. That's kind of cool. Maybe the big glowing orb is where I have to go? Seems obvious. Oh, no? No? Oh, okay. I have to activate the other ones, too. It has to be like this... It's like a generator. I think. It's the world's largest, Dragon Ball Z. What did Kamehameha? Isn't that the guy who does Bayonetta? Which way is up, someone in chat said. That's real funny. Something happened here. Nothing happened. Alright. I was gonna say at the very least we'll find out which way up is. With a little bit of gravity. Oh! Oh! Oh, I fucked up. It's like even if you get lost, there's still things to do. So I don't know. I think, wait a minute, I think this is part of activating another generator. This is all part of the same goal, which is to create the world's largest Psyball. Into me, yeah. It's like one of the 3 things I know how to do in this game. Crash into walls. It's a little addictive, because I do want to keep going. I know it, like, doesn't seem like much is happening, but that's kind of not the point right now. It's kind of just fun to do the flying around. And to find new corridors, I guess. Oh, okay, that's just taking me to a whole different area. Pink aesthetic. Okay, well I'm gonna go back to the other one. I didn't finish everything there. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Vinny, the developer, said that Tide Pods are cool to consume. Alright, well, you heard it here. Developers support eating Tide Pods. They really didn't say that, by the way. Yeah, no, this is something that I don't know if I would play through the whole game because of the types of games I generally play. But it's kind of deceptively, what's the word I'm looking for? Engaging? And the way, the different areas open up is kind of nice. Some people have said that they're getting sick from watching me play this. True story, I kind of get a little sick when I watch someone else play a flight game. There's a thing where, like, especially for first-person shooters, people feel sick while watching it. Because you're not the one who's in control of what your mind is seeing. And where it thinks your body's going. Oh my god. Anyone nauseous yet? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not really afraid to speak my mind, even with developers in chat. I've told you on a number of occasions, I've burned some bridges. But that said, I kinda like this. It may not have fight and shoot. But the exploration is alright. Vinny, there are no devs, they're all lying. And you mean, wait a minute, you mean to tell me Jape Dev wasn't a real developer? Wait a minute, Jape Dev told me that it's safe to eat raw wood. This is not someone who I should be listening to? Okay. I really need to pull myself away from this. Okay. Yeah. So the game saves automatically, right? Oh, there you go. Okay, so you can see the relics that I've collected so far. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not everyone's game. Not even 100% my game. But it doesn't seem like it will be a really long game either. And it's kind of relaxing, so not bad.